Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name CarriersCloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this, we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students.
Hello everyone. So in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for the third week of the November month. So let's start. First is, which among the following are correct with respect to visit of Dharmendra Pradhan, our Union Minister of Education and Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, to UAE in November 2023. If we look at the options A, B, C, all these three options are rightly mentioned here. India and UAE, they have expanded their educational cooperation by signing MOU in Abu Dhabi. Then NSDC International, they signed an agreement with V1, a subsidiary of DP World, to support the skill development and employment opportunities for the frontline workforce. Absolutely right. And third is, NSDC and EFS Facilities Services Group have entered into an MOU to facilitate skilled international workforce mobility for Indian nationals with a specific emphasis on Gulf Cooperation Council countries, that is your GCC countries. So this is also right. All these three options are rightly mentioned here. Right. Next, who has recently received the first ever Lifetime Disturbing the Peace Award? I repeat, who recently received the Lifetime Disturbing the Peace Award? This was received by Salman Rushdie. Correct. He's an Indian born British American author, and he received the first ever Lifetime Disturbing the Peace Award. This was presented at Manhattan in New York, USA. Correct. And remember, in 2008 he was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II for his service to literature. Salman Rushdie. Then where was your International Kite Festival held? Internet Kite Festival. So International Kite Festival was inaugurated where? In Gujarat. Right. Then Cherchera Festival. This was one of the festival. Right. Where was it? It was in Chhattisgarh. Cherchera Festival. Next, as of November, which bank is said to get 7.71% equity from Jayaprakash Associates Limited and Associated Trust as payment obligation? Which is it? It is ICICI Bank. Right. Then apart from this, tell me, recently Power Pavilion was inaugurated where? It was inaugurated in New Delhi. Then who became the first woman to skydive from Mount Everest? She is Sheetal Mahajan. Right. The next thing, tell me, which country will host the second Voice of Global South Summit? It will be by India. Right. India will host the second Voice of Global South Summit. Next, which Institute of Indian Council of Medical Research recently launched Disha, that is a diagnostic services in healthcare availability and geomapping of laboratory services in India portal, and this is a portal and it is to assist the public to identify and locate the nearest diagnostic health facility, right? This will be helping general public in order to find the nearest health facility. For this, a platform by the name Disha has been launched, right? This Disha is a portal. This will be containing the information of all the healthcare and laboratory services in that particular area for which a person wants to find the same, right? So which is the organization that has launched this Disha? It was launched by National Institute of Pathology, right? They have launched this Disha portal, correct? Apart from this, Sunflower Initiative. Sunflower Initiative, this was launched by which airport? It was by Delhi Airport. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to 37th edition of the National Games held in Goa? They were from 26th October to 9th of October, and Maharashtra state has topped these games. If we look at the options here, remember all these three options are rightly mentioned. So Maharashtra has won the Raja Bhalindra Singh Trophy for the overall championship in the National Games 2023, and it is also the first time Maharashtra has topped the medal tally, that is 228 medals since 1994. Then Jyoti Yaraji of Andhra Pradesh won the gold medal in the women's 100-meter hurdle with National Games record timing of 13.22 seconds. And 14-year-old swimmer Dhinidhi Desinghu of Karnataka has won 7 gold medals, including her win in the 100-meter freestyle event with the National Games record of 57.87 seconds. So all these three options are rightly mentioned. Correct? Then next tell me, where was the India International Trade Fair held? India International Trade Fair recently held. So where was this held? At Pragati Maidan. Pragati Maidan. And apart from this, remember this was the 42nd edition of the India International Trade Fair that was held. Next, Children's Day or Bal Divas was observed across India on 14th of November to mark the dash birth anniversary of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. So this was which birth anniversary? It was 134th birth anniversary of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Correct? It was observed on 14th of November. If we talk about Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, he was the first Prime Minister of India, correct, of Independence India, and this was the on 14th of November in 2023 we observed 134th birth anniversary of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Then remember, India's first Prime Minister was awarded with Bharat Ratna, right, and he was presented with Bharat Ratna in 1955 by then President of India, that is Rajendra Prasad ji. Next, which of the following personality is not appointed as the Distinguished Fellows for a period of 1 year by Niti Aayog? So remember, recently S. Venkata Subramaniam, right? He is the personality who has not been appointed as the Distinguished Fellows for a period of 1 year by Niti Aayog. Rest all V. Lakshmi Kumaran, O.P. Agarwal, Anup Singh and Ajay Chaudhary. All four of them has been recently appointed as the distinct individuals to join the ranks of Niti Aayog. Mark this. Then next, if I ask you, where was the International Film Festival? 54th International Film Festival. Where was this held? This was in Goa. This was the 54th edition of it. Then Sea Buckthorn. Right? This is the 4th GI tag of a particular area. Which is it? It is Ladakh. Sea Buckthorn. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to the visit of PM Narendra Modi to Jharkhand in November 2023? If we look at the options A, B, C, remember option B and C are correct. A is wrong. A is saying that during the visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Jharkhand, he addressed the event and organized to mark the celebration of 5th Janjatiya Gaurya Divas on 13th of November to commemorate the birth anniversary of Birsa Munda. So remember, this was not the 5th Janjatiya Gaurav Divas, it was actually the 3rd Janjatiya Gaurav Divas that was observed on 13th of November 2023. Right? No, it was not on 13th of November, it will be on 15th of November. So two changes here, that it was the 3rd Janjatiya Gaurav Divas and it was observed when? It was on 15th of November. And where was this observed? Basically in Khunti, Jharkhand. And remember, it was to commemorate the birth anniversary of Birsa Munda, who is a iconic freedom fighter. So option A is right now. B is saying PM Modi laid the foundation stone for the development projects worth 7,200 crore rupees in various sectors like rail, road, education, coal, petroleum and natural gas. And PM Modi has unveiled a decommissioned Myokan Gurevich fighter jet, that is MiG 211 fighter jet at Raj Bhavan in Ranchi. Next is, which of the following are correct with respect to the first Australian Indian Education and Skill Council meeting that was held in November? If we look at this, which of the following options are correct here? So remember, all these three options are rightly mentioned here. Union Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, our Education Minister, co-chaired the first Australian India Education and Skill Development meeting with Australian ministers Jason Clare. So, right option. During this first meeting, 5 MOUs were exchanged between Indian and Australian higher education institutes. So, bilkul, absolutely right. Third, both country ministers announced that the opening of the two Australian university campus of Wollongong and Deakin University in Gift City, Gandhinagar. So, yes, all these three options are rightly mentioned. Next, IDEX, that is Innovation for Defense Excellence under the Government of India, and Government of USA organized dash edition of India US Defense Acceleration Ecosystem. So this was between India and USA. Question asked here is, which edition of this Indus was organized between Indian government and USA government? So this was the first. So we can say this was the inaugural edition of this event. And where was this? It was in New Delhi. Correct. This is basically to raise startups, to help the startups and MSMEs, and to help them grow in that particular area, right? To provide them with various initiatives, to provide them with connections, with financial help, and so on. Next, which of the following are correct with respect to FICCI Healthcare Excellence Awards presented in November 2023? If we look at the option here, all these three options are rightly mentioned. The 15th edition of the FICCI Healthcare Excellence Award was held in New Delhi, so right. Dr. Yash Paul Bhatia, Chairman and Managing Director of Aston Group, has won the FICCI Healthcare Excellence Award 2023 in the individual category under the Lifetime Achievement in Healthcare Industry category. So, right. C is Zydus Hospital of Ahmedabad, Gujarat, won the FICCI Healthcare Award 2023 Excellence in Patient Safety and Care under Private Hospital subcategory. So, all these three options are rightly mentioned. Next, which NGO or foundation has been recently awarded with the 2023 Olympic Cup by International Olympic Committee? Which is it? It is Taekwondo Humanitarian Foundation, right? So remember, IOC awarded 2023 Olympic Cup to Taekwondo Humanitarian Foundation, and this is for their long-term commitment towards empowering the refugee athletes and also providing them with these refugees with a full jobs with skills in related to the field of Taekwondo, right? Next, name the bank that recently stopped the online immediate payment system transfer as funds from transaction. I repeat, name the bank that recently stopped online IMPS transfer as funds from transaction. So which bank stopped it? It was by UCO Bank, right? And this incident occurred between 10th to 13th of November. Correct? Mark this. Then apart from this, tell me, every right for every child. Every right for every child. Every right for every child. This was launched by which government? It was launched by UP government. Next, which company has recently collaborated with Amadeus to drive travel experience with artificial intelligence? I repeat, company that recently collaborated with Amadeus to drive travel experience with artificial intelligence. Which is it? It is Paytm. It is Paytm, right? Paytm partnered with Amadeus, correct, under which it will integrate this Amadeus. This is a travel platform, right? This will optimize the travel experience from search to booking and payment, right? This will be incorporated with AI, so that with the help of AI, the travel experience or the experience on the websites and platform from booking to payment can be enhanced for the customers. So it is Paytm that collaborated with Amadeus, that is a platform for providing travel bookings, and it was to enhance the travel experience with the help of AI. Next, in which city 9th edition of the joint military exercise of India and Sri Lanka Mitra Shakti was commenced on 16th of November 2023? It is Pune, Maharashtra. So remember, this was the 9th edition of this exercise, and it was a 14-day long exercise that will be concluded on 29th of November. Next, and this, remember one more thing, this Mitra Shakti is between the forces of between two air forces of between these two countries. Next, in November, RBI barred Dash company from sanctioning and distributing or disbursing of the loans under Ecom and Insta EMI card products. So remember recently RBI, they have barred means they have stopped Bajaj Finance Limited from sanctioning and distributing of loans that comes under their Ecom and Insta EMI card products. The reason behind this is because of the non-adherence of the digital lending guidelines by RBI. Right? Additionally, Bajaj Finance will rectify the key statement for Ecom and Insta EMI cards. Correct? So right option is option C. Then where was the International Tourism Mart? International Tourism Mart. Shillong. Right? Then which state has topped the women led startups? So women led startups was topped by Bangalore. Was topped by Bangalore. Next, name the bank that recently launched two digital gold loan schemes for the retail segment and agriculture segment. It is Punjab National Bank. Right? Punjab National Bank has recently launched two digital gold loan schemes for the retail segment and agriculture segment. The scheme aims to provide customers with hassle-free access to credit to meet their personal and agriculture needs by using their gold jewelry as collateral for the loans. It is your Punjab National Bank that is offering these digital gold loans to the farmers. Next, which of the following are correct with respect to the Asian Power magazine as of November 2023? If we look at the option, all these three options are rightly mentioned here. Asian Power magazine presented the 19th Asian Power Awards, 3rd Asian Oil and Gas Awards, and inaugural edition of the Asian Water Awards in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. So absolutely right. Second is GAIL India Limited won the Innovation Award India and also won the Midstream Project of the Year Award India under the Asian Oil and Gas Award. So absolutely right. And third is Kirloskar Brothers Limited won the Community Based Water Projects of the Year India under the Asian Water Award. So this is also correct. So all these three options are rightly mentioned here. Correct. Next, tell me, Bengal Global Business Summit has kicked off where it was the 7th edition of Bengal Global Business Summit. As the name suggests, it is in West Bengal. Next, which country has recently re-elected Pedro Sanchez as the Prime Minister? So Pedro Sanchez has been recently elected as the Prime Minister of which country? Of Spain. Then next, Global Media Congress. Global Media Congress has kicked off in Abu Dhabi. Right? Global Media Congress. Next, name the fourth anti-submarine warfare shallow water craft that was launched by Indian Navy in Kathupalli, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. So, the fourth anti-submarine warfare shallow warcraft was launched by Indian Navy in Kathupalli, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. What is the name of it? It is Amini. Right? The name of it is Amini. First was your INS Arnala. Second was your INS Androd. Right? And this fourth is your INS Amini. Next, in November, Padmabha Balakrishna Acharya, that is PB Acharya ji, who was the former governor of Dash state in the period of July 2014 to July 2019, recently passed away. So he was the former governor of Nagaland. Mark this. Right? Apart from this, he was also given the additional charge of the governor of Tripura, Assam, Manipur, and Arunachal Pradesh. Right? Next is, who has recently become the first woman to skydive from 21,500 feet of height from the world's highest peak, that is Mount Everest. So right option is Sheetal Mahajan, and we have done this earlier, right? Multiple times. Correct. Apart from this, tell me, M51.3. This is the name of a blasting missile that was tested by which country? M51.3. So it was tested by France. Correct. Then Vajra Prahar. Vajra Prahar. This is the name of the exercise that was conducted between which two countries? Between India and USA. And where was the location? Umroi. Next, which country has recently signed two agreements with India to boost youth mobility and cultural exchange? So tell me, which country recently signed two agreements with India to boost youth mobility and cultural exchange? It is Spain or Italy. Tell me, for it is Italy, right? It was for boosting the exchange of students, right, during their curriculum, during the school level, at university level, right? Students can be exchanged between Italy and India in a student exchange program where they will be learning about different cultures of that particular country, right? So this was between India and Italy. Next, which of the following personalities has have been appointed as the directors of Geo Financial Service Limited after the approval granted by RBI in November 2023? So, right option here becomes all first three: Isha Ambani, Anshuman Thakur, Hitesh Kumar Sethia. Then, apart from this, tell me who became the first batsman to hit 56s in the World Cup? Rohit Sharma, right? Then who broke the Sachin Tendulkar's record for the most centuries in ODI, that is one day international? He will be Virat Kohli. Then apart from this, tell me who became the first Indian bowler to take 50 wickets 50 wickets in the World Cup. So Mohammad Shami. Next, which company has unveiled two flagship initiatives, that is Bridge and Scale, on the 8th Foundation Day of 16th of November? So, which is it? It is T Hub. What is T Hub? T Hub stands for Technology Hub. Where is it? It is in Hyderabad, Telangana. Right? Then, apart from this, remember T Hub 2.0 was also launched in Hyderabad, Telangana. And apart from this, when was this? Which company has unveiled two flagship initiatives? They were T Bridge and T Scale. T Bridge is what? T Bridge is basically to help the startups in connections, right? Building the bridge between their problem and solution. And for T Scale, under this initiative, they will be helping the startups, MSMEs, to grow ahead, right? To gain more audience and to generate more revenue. Next, who has been recently appointed as the director, managing director, and chief executive officer and key managerial personnel of the Kotak Mahindra Bank, and that too for 3 years? So, who has been appointed as the director, MD, chief executive officer, and key managerial personnel of the Kotak Mahindra Bank for 3 years? Who he will be? Tell me. Ashok Vaswani ji, right? Ashok Vaswani, and he will be appointed for 3 years. He will be succeeding whom? He will be succeeding Deepak Gupta. He will be succeeding Deepak Gupta. Next, RBI approved Hinduja Group entity Indusend International Holdings Limited to acquire Dash Company. So, with they will be acquiring whom? They will be acquiring, I correct myself here, Reliance Capital. Right? I repeat, they will be acquiring Reliance Capital. And here IIHL, they have emerged as the highest bidder in the second round of the auction with 9650 crore rupees of amount. And here Reliance Capital, it will become the third NBFC against which RBI have initiated any bankruptcy proceedings. Next, renowned art historian and Padma awardee Brijendra Nath Goswami recently passed away in November month. Question asked is, in which field did he receive Padma Bhushan award in 2008? So he received this award in literature and education, Padma Bhushan. Right, we are talking about Padma Bhushan. So he was awarded with Padma Bhushan award in 2008, right, for literature and education, and with Padma Shri he was awarded with this in 1998. Correct. Next, Booker Prize winning British author Dame Antonia Susan Byatt. She recently passed away in November 2023, and she won Booker Prize for fiction in 1990 for her novel. What was the name of that novel? It is Possession, a Romance. Right? Then next, tell me World Philosophy Day. When do we observe this? 16th of November. International Day of Tolerance on 16th of November. Then National Press Day also on 16th of November. Then International Students Day 17th of November. National Epilepsy Day on 17th of November. Correct? Then apart from this, World Children's Day on 20th of November. Africa Industrialization Day on 19th of November, and World Television Day on 21st of November. Next, which state or UT where Seabuckthorn has been recently got their GI tag status. So Seabuckthorn, this is the product of which state or UT? It is of it is of Ladakh, and it is the fourth product from Ladakh which got the GI tag. Right? Then apart from this, tell me, if I ask you which is the India's largest renewable energy company, largest renewable energy company, it is with 8.4 gigawatt of mark, right? They have recently touched this mark of generation of electricity. That is India's largest renewable energy company. It is Adani Green, right? Then 10th Kalinga Literary Literacy Festival. 10th Kalinga Literacy Festival. Where was it observed? Bhubaneswar. Next, which country recently issued free visas to India, China, Russia, Malaysia, Japan, Indonesia, and Thailand? Which is that country? It is Sri Lanka. Right? Sri Lanka, they are recently giving free visas so that more tourism can come to their country and this sector boost. So Sri Lanka was providing the same. Also remember, to India recently, Vietnam is also planning on giving free visas. Thailand has given free visas. You can go to Seychelles for the trip also for boosting their tourism, right? Next, which state government recently signed $200 million project with World Bank to increase the power sector reform? So which is it? It is Himachal Pradesh, right? This is the state government. They have recently signed $200 million project. It was with World Bank and it was to increase their power sector. That means they want to achieve more generation of electricity in future. That is, their target is to achieve 10,000 megawatts of renewable energy capacity. Correct? And it was done with the help of World Bank, and slowly and steady they will be increasing their renewable energy generation capacity, which can be done through uh, wind turbines, then solar panels, correct, then hydro electricity, that is with the help of the dams, right? Next, which organization or association has recently signed a traditional and complementary medicine, that is project collaboration agreement with the Ministry of Ayush? Which is it? It is WHO, that is World Health Organization, correct? So WHO signed a traditional and complementary medicine project collaboration agreement with Ministry of Ayush, right? Mark this. And this traditional medicine global strategy, here WHO will prepare this strategy by or for the year 2025 to 2034. This is the target year that you need to remember for the same, correct? And the first phase of this PCA project collaboration agreement is from 2023 to 2028. Next, who has recently been crowned with the Miss Universe at the 72nd Miss Universe Beauty Pageant 2023 held in San Salvador, that is the Republic of El Salvador? Correct. So in this San Salvador, and where is it? It is in the Republic of El Salvador. Here 72nd Miss Universe Beauty Pageant was held, and here Shanice Palacios, she was awarded with the title of the Miss Universe, and she became the first woman from Nicaragua to be appointed or to have or has won the Miss Universe Beauty Pageant. Next, which of the following association has been recently been awarded with Indira Gandhi Prize for Peace, Disarmament and Development 2022? So right option here is both 1 and 2. IMA, Indian Medical Association, and Trained Nurses Association, they both have been awarded with Indira Gandhi Peace Prize, right? So this award was established in 1986 by Indira Gandhi Memorial Trust, correct? Mark this. And here basically they both were awarded with this Indira Gandhi Peace Prize because during COVID-19 they were the warriors that were defending the population against COVID-19. Next, which country has recently elected Javier Milei as the new president? So which is that country? It is Argentina, right? They have elected Javier Milei as their new president. Then which state became the first state to implement uniform civil code? It is Uttarakhand. Then Aina Dashboard. Aina Dashboard for Cities. This is the portal launched by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Next, in November, the Dash former, that is the 18th governor of the Reserve Bank of India, recently passed away. Who he was? He will be Subramaniam Venkataraman, right? He was the former 18th governor of RBI who recently passed away. Apart from this, food security. Food security. This was an initiative started by which state? It is Meghalaya. Next is National Integration Day. When do we celebrate it? It is celebrated on 19th of November across India, and it was to commemorate the birth anniversary of Indira Gandhi. Right? So National Integration Day, this day is also known as, or we can say this National Integration Day, it was on 19th of November, right? But if I ask you National Integration Week, so this week will be from 19 to 25th of November, and on the starting day of this National Integration Week we observe National Integration Day in the memory of or on the birth anniversary of Indira Gandhi. Correct? Indira Gandhi was also known by the name Iron Lady of India. Correct? And this year in 2023 it was 106th birth anniversary of Indira Gandhi. This National Integration Week is also known by the name Kwame Ekta Week. Next, in November, IMD declared about the development of cyclone Midhili in the northwest Bay of Bengal. Where is Bay of Bengal? This is the Bay of Bengal, Arabian Sea and Indian Ocean. Sri Lanka is here, right? So in this region, right here, these are the states that will be affected by this cyclone Midhi in the northwest Bay of Bengal. Question asked is the name Midhili was given by which country? So this Midhili was given by Maldives. Right, this is the name of the cyclone that is going on in Bay of Bengal, and this will be affecting these states, that is your Odisha, right, West Bengal. These states will be affected here, and this name was given by whom? This was given by Maldives. Correct? Write the name of the state also: Odisha, West Bengal, Tripura and Mizoram. These are the states that will be affected by this. Next, the Commission for Air Quality Management invoked measures under Stage 4 of the GRAP after Nation Capital Region's Air Quality Index deteriorated to severe level. See, first of all, you should know what is GRAP. GRAP is basically implemented in any region in order to reduce pollution. Right? This is implemented when the category becomes severe. Right, it is very unhealthy to breathe outside, so it is generally suggested to stay indoors. During this period, all the construction activities are halted. During this, schools are closed. Work from home is given to the individuals, professionals, right? So this is your GRAP. Now the question asked is, or I ask you, what is the full form of GRAP? GRAP stands for Graded Response Action Plan. Graded Response Action Plan, GRAP, right? And here remember, this was the stage 4 of the GRAP that was with immediate effect implemented in the area, right, in Delhi NCR region. Next, here A stands for action. Next, Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disability under the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment has announced a -% interest rebate for Divyangan to receive financial support from the National Divyangan Finance and Development Corporation. Correct? 1% rebate, or we can say 1% relaxation will be given in the interest rates when they will be taking loans. Correct? This will be given them by National Divyangan Finance and Development Corporation. Correct? And how much percent? 1% to the persons with disability or Divyangan. Next, 11th November 2023, that is your Bima Lokpal Day. Here, Insurance Ombudsman announced that it has disposed of dash complaints received from the insured during the financial year 22-23. So remember, on 11th of November, that is your Bima Lokpal Day, Insurance Ombudsman announced that it has disposed over how many complaints? So they have disposed over 92.28% complaints that were received during the financial year 22-23. Correct? And this Bima Lokpal Day, this is annually observed on 11th of November, and it is to commemorate the foundation day of the Insurance Ombudsman, that is an alternative to your dispute resolution system. Next, which of the following are correct with respect to 51st International Emmy Awards 2023, right, presented by the International Academy of Television Arts and Sciences in November 2023. If we look at the options, all these three options A, B, C are correct. Indian comedian and actor Veer Das won the Emmy Award under the comedy category for his show Veer Das Landing and became the first Indian comedian to win the Emmy Award. Then Ekta R. Kapoor, the co-founder of Balaji Telefilms, was honored with the International Emmy Directorate Award for her contribution to the world of arts and entertainment. Absolutely right. And C. British screenwriter and producer Jesse Armstrong, the chairman and CEO of HBO and Max Content, was honored with 2023 International Emmy Founders Award. So all these three options are right. Next, in November, ECC approved the appointment of Vinay M. Tonse as the MD of Dash Bank for 2 years. So he has been appointed as the Managing Director of SBI State Bank of India for 2 years. Correct? Mark this. Vinay Tonse. Next, which country was recently appointed or which country has recently appointed Luke Friedman as the 23rd Prime Minister? So, which is the 23rd Prime Minister of Luxembourg that has been appointed as Luke Friedman, right? Luke Friedman, 23rd Prime Minister of Luxembourg. Mark this. Next, in November, Indian Navy launched the Dash Missile Cum Ammunition Barge LSAM 10 Yard 78 of the 8 MCA barge project at East Godavari in Andhra Pradesh. So, which number of this missile cum ammunition barge LSAM 10 was launched? It was the fourth edition, right? It was the fourth missile cum ammunition barge that was launched, right? Mark this. Then this barge was built by MSME Shipyard Seacan Engineers Private Projects Private Limited, right? I repeat, it was built by Seacan Engineers Project Private Limited, and this was the fourth missile cum ammunition barge that was launched at East Godavari in Andhra Pradesh. Next, what was the theme of World Fisheries Day 2023 observed across the globe on 21st of November? So the theme that you need to remember here is celebrating the wealth of fisheries and aquaculture. Right? Next, when was the first time this World Fisheries Day was observed? In 1998. Next, who is the present chairman cum managing director of National Divyangjan Finance and Development Corporation? So, who is he? Naveen Shah. Right, Naveen Shah. Headquarter of this is in New Delhi. When was this established? 1997. Correct. Moving on, in which state the 14th edition of India-US exercise, that is Vajra Prahar, was commenced on 21st of November 2023. And we have seen this, it was in Umroi. And where is Umroi? Umroi is in Meghalaya. Option 5 is correct here, right? And this was a 21 day long, or we can say 3 week long exercise that was from 21st of November, and it is going on and it will be till 11th of December. Right? Next, RT mission of Dash State was selected for the global list of case studies for UN World Tourism Organization. So, responsible tourism mission of which state of Kerala was selected for the global list of case studies of United Nations World Tourism Organization of UNWTO. Correct? Mark this. Right? And the two Indian case studies, right? First is your Kerala's RT mission, that is Kerala's responsible tourism mission, and second is Maharashtra's, that is Maharashtra's Tadoba Andheri Tiger Reserve project, right? These are the two case studies, Indian case studies, that were among the 7 of the G20 group countries featured in this UNWTO list. Correct? One of them is responsible tourism of Kerala and second other is Maharashtra's Tadoba Andheri Tiger Reserve project. Next is which of the following points are correct with respect to the recent launch or announcement made by SEBI. So we'll look at the options. All these three options are rightly mentioned here. Correct? Next, name the book that was originally written in Tamil as Alanda Patachi by Perumal Murugan, who won the 2023 JCB Prize for Literature in November 2023. So, what is the name of the book that was originally written in Tamil? Then it was translated into English. Correct? The name of the book was Alanda Patachi, and this book has been recently now translated. And question asked is what is the name of the book? It is Firebird. Right? Firebird was the original written in Tamil as Alanda Patachi by Perumal Murugan, and it has won the JCB Prize for Literature in November 2023. Correct? Who won this JCB prize? So it was won by Perumal Murugan. Mark this. Next, name the personality who has recently been appointed as the brand ambassador of West Bengal. So Saurav Ganguly has been recently appointed as the brand ambassador of West Bengal. Who is the chief minister of West Bengal? Mamta Banerjee. Right? She, before this, remember, it was Shah Rukh Khan who was the brand ambassador of Kolkata, and now Saurav Ganguly has been appointed as the brand ambassador of Kolkata. Right? Saurav Ganguly is also known by the name that is Prince of Kolkata. Then he was also awarded with Arjuna Award in 1998, and he was awarded with Padma Shri in 2004. Next, DRDO and Indian Navy successfully conducted second flight test of naval anti-ship missile short range from Indian Navy's Dash maritime helicopter. So what is the name of the helicopter from which recently DRDO and Indian Navy successfully conducted this second flight test of naval anti-ship missile short range from Indian Navy's helicopter, that is Sea King 42B. Right? This marked the second test of this missile, and the first test was done in the integrated test range, that is ITR, that is in Balasore in the state of Odisha. Right? And it was done using the Sea King 42B helicopter. Next, in November, the ICC introduced a stop clock in men's one-day international and T20 international cricket matches. Question asked is, the bowling team in men's ODI T20 will be imposed how many runs penalty if the bowler fails to bowl within the next how many minutes after the completion of the previous over for the third time in an inning. Right? That is, for the third time in an inning, if a bowler takes more than 60 seconds between the two overs, then the bowling teams will be imposed a penalty of 5 runs. So 5 runs penalty will be imposed if the time delay is of more than 60 seconds for the third time. Right option here becomes option 4th. Next, which startup company recently named as the winner of the Smarter Climate Farmers Challenge in November 2023? What is the name of the startup? It is Dwara E-Registry. Dwara E-Registry. Correct? It is a startup that has been named as the winner of the Smarter Climate Farmers Challenge in November 2023. Correct? This is a agriculture fintech startup building a digital platform to improve the lives of agriculture and also to provide better services to the or better agriculture services, correct, to both the farmers and customers. So this is your Dwara E-Registry. So friends, these were your important current affairs for the third week of November month. Now let's move to some revision current affairs that will be beneficial for your learning. Next question. Which force conducted Net Polrex 9 of the Gujarat for assessing marine oil spill readiness? Right? We know that big oil tankers that are being carried by these ships, when they spill in water, it can be very dangerous, right? It will be very dangerous for the biodiversity in that particular area, because oil spilled will be not able to, there will be many reasons for that, right? One of the reasons will be when oil will be floating on the surface of the water because of the low density. Then you will be seeing that the sunlight won't be able to penetrate under it. Then all the birds, all the fishes will be consuming that oil, right? It will be upsetting their submerged stomach and multiple of them will die. So in that particular area, those oil spills are very hazardous and they should not occur. If they are occurring, the cleaning process becomes also very expensive, and it is a very disastrous situation for the marine diversity. Right? So question asked here is, which force they have recently conducted this Net Polrex 9 of Gujarat for assessing marine oil spill readiness? What is this Net Polrex? We will be seeing this in a bit, but remember, it is ICG, that is your Indian Coast Guard, right? They have conducted this Net Polrex 9 of Gujarat coast for assessing marine oil spill readiness. Right? The aim here is for various coordination
and readiness of various agencies in responding to a marine oil spill, so that all the process can be done in a fast manner, right? There should not be any delay in cleanliness also. Here you will be seeing that it is Indian Coast Guard. They conducted this ninth edition of the National Level Pollution Response Exercise, that is NET-POL Rex. National Level Pollution Response Exercise. It was on 24th and 25th of November, correct? And it was conducted where? At Wadinar Coast in Gujarat. This was in accordance with National Oil Spill Disaster Contingency Plan, and the aim here is to assess the coordination and readiness of various agencies in responding to a marine oil spill. Correct? Take a note of this. Remember, this was the ninth edition. If I ask you the 8th edition, right? Where was this held? This was held in Mormugao Harbor, that is in Goa, right? 8th edition was held in Goa in 2022, and this was the ninth edition that was held in 2023, where? At Gujarat coast and conducted by Indian Coast Guard. Next is, which country organized a 5-day millet festival in Indonesia to enhance food security with Asian nations? What is ASEAN stands for? That is Association of Southeast Asian Nations, right? And recently it was our country India. Indian mission to Asian, right? And it was with the collaboration with Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, correct? Because it is related to millets. This was held from 22nd to 26th of November. Location where this was held is Indonesia, right? Next thing, remember, this festival was inaugurated where? It was inaugurated in Jakarta, Indonesia, and the main aim of this festival was to raise awareness and create a market for millets and millet based products. It was basically to create a market for millet and millet related products, right? So this was the basic aim of this festival, millet festival, held in Indonesia by India. And in India too, it was held by which ministry? Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Then we know what is the International Year of the Millets. It is year 2023, and it was declared by our own Prime Minister Narendra Modi, right? So this is important, friends. Take a note of it. And these are the millets. This millets, if we talk about it, this is a very fibrous crop. It is very nutritious, right? Then apart from this, it can be grown in hardy conditions. Even Rajnath Singh, he urged our Indian forces to start consuming these millets in their day-to-day meals. Apart from this, if I ask you, tell me, recently solar covered cycle track, solar, or we can say solar cycle track, will be set up by, or will be launched by, or will be developed by which city or which state? It will be developed by Hyderabad. Hyderabad, Telangana will be setting up this solar cycle track. Who has been re-elected, or which country has been re-elected as the president of Asia Pacific Institute? It is our India. India has been re-elected as the president of Asia Pacific Institute. Then tell me, where was the 16th edition of the Agriculture Science Congress held? Agriculture Science Congress. Where was the 16th edition of this held? It was in Kochi, Kerala. And we know Kerala became the first state to have hallmarking centers in all the districts of Kerala. Next, here you can see about the Asian India Millet Festival. This is a part of UN International Year of the Millets 2023. This festival includes exhibition, panel discussions and cooking workshops. And the exhibition also aims to foster collaboration between Asian countries, celebrate cultural and culinary diversity and promote sustainable millet practices. Next is, who was awarded with the first edition of the Lifetime Disturbing the Peace Award? I repeat, who was awarded with the first ever, or the first edition, the first ever edition of the, or we can say this is as the inaugural edition also of Lifetime Disturbing the Peace Award.
So he will be Indian-born British-American author Salman Rushdie. Correct? He was awarded with the first ever edition of the Lifetime Disturbing the Peace Award. This was presented in Manhattan, New York, USA. Correct? And if we talk about Salman Rushdie, in 2008 he was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II for the service to literature. Correct? So right option here becomes Salman Rushdie. Here you can see Indian-born British-American author Salman Rushdie received the first ever Lifetime Disturbing the. Moving on. Next is India, along with which country recently signed a deal on the supply and production of IGLA air defense system. Correct. So I repeat, which is the country along with India, they have recently signed a deal for the production and supply of IGLA air defense system. So which is it? It is Russia. Correct. Here you can see Russia and India, they signed this deal for supply and production of IGLA air defense system, and this is an anti-aircraft missile IGLA-S man portable air defense system, and the full form here is MANPADS. Correct. And what is this? Man portable air defense system. Correct. So this will be developed and produced between collaboration between India and Russia, and this IGLAS is designed to counter low flying aircraft and helicopters. This will have a range of 500 meters to 6000 meters, and it can go up to an altitude of 10 meters to 3500 meters. It works on fire and forget principle. Correct. And it is exported by the Russian Defense Export Agency Robono Export. Right. Rosborno Export. Next is India is the world's largest arm importer and Russia remains the world's largest supplier. Correct. So mark this. Then moving on, which organization is providing loan to India for quality urban infrastructure? So it is Asian Development Bank. Correct. Asian Development Bank will be providing a loan of $400 million for developing the quality infrastructure in India. This is for their two sub programs, that is Sustainable Urban Development and Service Delivery Program. I repeat, Sustainable Urban Development, and second is your Service Delivery Program. Correct. This program is India's urban reform agenda, and basically the aim here is to develop high quality urban infrastructure that will improve service delivery, that will promote more job opportunities, that will promote more and better lifestyle for the upcoming youth. Then this loan has a principal repayment period of 12 years. Correct. So these are the two programs, Service Delivery Program and Sustainable Urban Development Program, and this comes for your infrastructure development. So for this, Asian Development Bank will be providing a loan of $400 million to India, and the return time here is for 12 years. Next, here you can see Indian government signed a $400 million policy-based loan agreement with Asian Development Bank to support sub-program 2 of the Sustainable Urban Development and Service Delivery Program. And here you can see both the agendas as well as the time period is 12 years. Moving on, before friends, if we discuss which state recently implemented one district, one product scheme, it is Gujarat. Correct. Then which state is building a dam at a cost of 6,134 crore rupees? It is Haryana government. Then third edition of G20 anti-corruption working group meeting held. It was held in Kolkata. Correct. Then who launched Meri Mati Mera Desh campaign? This was launched by Eknath Shinde. Right. Then which institute became the 21st IIM of India? It is National Institute of Industrial Engineering. This National Institute of Industrial Engineering is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Correct. Then what recently Kerala Assembly, they passed a resolution to rename Kerala as Keralam. Remember this also. Then Mo Jangal Jami Yojana was launched by which state? It was Odisha that has launched Mo Jangal Jami Yojana.
Next is S&P Global has hiked the India's fiscal year 24 GDP growth rate by 40 basis point to how much percent? So now according to S&P Global, that is Standards and Poor's rating, what is the India's expected forecast for the fiscal year 24 after the raise of 40 basis point? So now earlier it was 6.2% and now with the addition of 40 basis point, now the expected is 6.6%, 6.4%. I correct myself, earlier it was 6%, now it has been increased by 6.4%, 0.4%, and now expected according to our forecast of S&P Global is 6.4% for the fiscal year 2024. Right, if we talk about fiscal year 25, the GDP projection has been reduced to 6.4% only, that was earlier 6.9%. For 2024 it has been increased, but for 2025 it has been decreased. Right, what is the target of inflation for RBI? It is between 2 to 6%. Right, and for the, if we talk about the inflation for CPI, that was 4.9% in the month of October. Right, that was 7.4% in the month of July. Correct, so remember this. Then apart from this friends, if we discuss some more organizations that are projecting India's GDP growth rate, such as we saw that S&P Global, it projected 6.4%. Then if we talk about IMF, International Monetary Fund, 6.3%. World Bank, they are projecting 6.3%. Then Moody's, they are projecting 6.7%. Morgan Stanley, they are projecting 6.5%, and RBI, they are projecting 6.5%, and this is for fiscal year 24. Next is, what is the word of the year selected by Merriam-Webster dictionary? So what is the word of the year that has been recently selected by the Merriam-Webster dictionary? It is authentic. Right, authentic is the word of the year 2023. Correct, authentic means that is true to one's own personality, that is true, like this, that is not false, right, that is not fake. Correct, it is authentic. And if we talk about Collins dictionary, they describe word, or they have selected AI as their word of the year, but for Merriam-Webster dictionary it is authentic, that is your word of the year.
Moving on. Next, we are talking about sports. Indian cricketer Virendra Sehwag, Diana Adulji, and Sri Lanka's Aravinda De Silva has been inducted to the ICC Hall of Fame. Right? I repeat, recently three players, Sehwag, Virendra Sehwag from India, Diana Elduji, and Sri Lankan player Aravinda De Silva. They have been inducted to the ICC's Hall of Fame. Mark this, right? This is important. And who are the individuals who are inducted to the Hall of Fame? Basically, players who have shown exceptional performance during their lifetime, and to celebrate that and to basically recognize those individuals forever, they have been inducted into the ICC Hall of Fame. If we talk about ICC, who is the chairman here? Greg Barclay. Headquarters is in Dubai, UAE, and it was established in 1909. Right? Then next tell me, recently Global Maritime India Summit. Global Maritime India Summit 2023, this was held in October month. Right? Then next, remember, recently which organization has partnered with Tourism Ministry to showcase India? To showcase India, it is Make My Trip. Make My Trip partnered with Ministry of Tourism in order to showcase India. Next, Federal Bank has appointed which player as their brand ambassador? So HS Pranoy has been recently appointed as the brand ambassador of Federal Bank for band promotion. HS Pranoy, he is 31 years of age. He is related to which sport? He is related to badminton. Right? And under this partnership, Federal Bank will be the exclusive banking partner here, and HS Pranoy will here be the brand ambassador of Federal Bank. Correct. If we talk about Federal Bank, who is the managing director and chief executive officer? Shyam Srinivasan. Headquarter is in Aluva, Kerala, and it was in 1931 that this was established. Here you can see H.S. Pranoy. He has been appointed as the brand ambassador of Federal Bank. Then friends, apart from this, tell me, recently which state will be providing free IVF? It will be by Goa. In Goa only 37th national games are being held, correct? Then tell me, recently which country will be buying the Indian Dornier aircrafts? These Dornier aircrafts are being manufactured by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, and it will be Guyana that will be purchasing these Indian Dornier aircraft. Then which country will be launching the BRICS Startup Forum? So BRICS Startup Forum will be launched by our country, India. Right? Next is an open data platform to make scientific data more accessible was launched by which organization? It is IAEA, that is International Atomic Energy Agency. International Atomic Energy Agency. Right? IAEA. They have recently launched an open data platform that was named IAEA Data Platform. I repeat, IAEA Data Platform. This is the name of the platform that was recently launched by IAEA, and it is to streamline the scientific data for decision makers so that the experts, the people who are working towards it, the analysts who are analyzing the data can be benefited. Correct? So this was launched by IAEA. If we look at here, you can see IAEA, it stands for International Atomic Energy Agency. They launched this platform, and it is to provide data accessibility for decision makers, that is for analysis, to the experts and the general public. This will organize, standardize the IAEA data into a single repository, enhancing the transparency and knowledge. Correct? This platform will work in three main domains, that is nuclear safety and security, nuclear technology and applications, and safeguarding and verification of those platforms. Then this platform will include tools like filtering, tags, and an activity panel for tracking the data changes over time. Correct? Then if we talk about IAEA, who is the Director General here? Rafael Mariano Grossi. Headquarter is in Vienna, Austria, and it was set up in 1957. Correct? Then next thing, if I ask you, tell me which country hosted or which country hosted the world's largest textile event? It is our India. Name of the event, Bharat Tex, and it is the world's largest textile event. Right? That is Bharat Tex, and it was from 26th to 29th. It will be held in 2024, that is from 26th to 29th of February in 2024. Right? Next, then remember, India will be investing 143 lakh crore rupees by 2030 in the infrastructure sector. Right? That is to develop the infrastructure.
Next is NPCI, National Payment Corporation of India. They have instructed payment applications to deactivate the inactive UPI ID by which date? We know that UPI was launched by NPCI, right? And there are multiple UPI IDs which are not in use, right? So all such UPI IDs will now be deactivated by the authority of, or by the step taken by NPCI, right? All the payment apps will be deactivating the UPI IDs that are not in use right now. So this process will be done by when? By which date all these applications will be, or these UPI IDs will be deactivated? So it is by 31st of December. Remember, all these inactive UPI IDs will be deactivated. Correct? This measure is to be implemented by 31st of December 2023, and the applications will include such as your GPay, that is your Google Pay, Paytm, and Phone Pay, right? Because these are the top holders of people who are using these UPI platforms. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.